This story happened to my cousin Can. After getting married, he decided to buy a house on the edge of the city. So he decided to find a reputable real estate company to buy himself a new house. That day, both Mr. and Mrs. Can went to see the house, and the real estate side also sent a broker to work with them. This employee was very resourceful, enthusiastically taking my cousin and his wife to see the house. True to Can's wish, the house was not far from the city, just over 30 minutes by car. Mr. Can would go to work every day. Moreover, the price of the house was very good. According to the broker, the owner finished the building not long ago. They all moved to another city, so the house was completely new. There was a point that the broker said that caught my cousin's attention, that the house was located on the main road so cars could move easily, and the house was also located at the junction. The front of the house was extremely spacious and airy. Because my cousin didn't care too much about feng shui, just listening to what the broker said, he felt satisfied. He thought that since the house was located on the main road, it was convenient for commuting. Going into the yard, both my brother and sister-in-law were satisfied because the yard was very spacious. It was possible to do a lot of things such as drying clothes, planting trees. Inside the house everything was clean. Like the broker said that the house was almost brand new. Perhaps the previous owner only stayed for a few months and Can didn't know why they moved. But Can didn't pay much attention, only knowing that the house was very satisfactory and the price was very cheap. Perhaps only half the price of such houses. So he decided to buy it. Of course, the broker was happy. He also made the contract, and Mr. Can also transferred the money the same day. Mr. Can was an agile person, so as soon as the payment was done, the following day he also started to move his belongings and move in. Before they came to see it, everything in the house was clean. They only moved their belongings in and could stay the same night. Everything was working fine, no problem. The following morning, Mr. and Mrs. Can began to clean and redecorate the house. Sister-in-law was hanging clothes while Mr. Can was sweeping the yard to keep it clean. Because the house was located at the junction, the yard was very dusty and full of leaves. Mr. Can also swept it from the inside and out the front door. Suddenly, he saw something. It was a large stone placed next to the gate, with very strange red inscriptions written on it. That made him think for a long time. He didn't see it yesterday. He probably didn't notice it, nor did he hear the broker say anything about it. He thought this was just a decoration of the former owner, like some houses often leave 2 stone tiger statues in front of the house. They must have forgotten to take it away when moving house. Without thinking much, Mr. Can used all his strength and started to move the stone away. It was heavy, so Mr. Can also had a hard time moving it. Despite his best efforts, Can couldn't lift the stone. Finally, he decided to roll it into the grass by the roadside. After struggling for a while, Mr. Can also moved it to a nearby bush. After finishing work, he quickly returned to sweep the yard. That night, strange things began to happen, leaving the family unsettled for the rest of the time. While sleeping, my sister-in-law was awakened by something. It sounded like people walking and talking. It seemed to be coming from the front yard of the house. At that time, she thought maybe Can had forgotten to lock the door before sleeping, so the thief was sneaking into the house. She was a little worried. My sister-in-law didn't dare go out to watch alone, so she tried to wake my brother up. My brother was tired all day, so he slept like a dead night, and my sister-in-law tried to call but couldn't wake him up. It took him a while to wake up, his eyes still half closed and his voice sleepy. He asked his wife what happened in the end, because it was too late now. Why still asked him to wake up? Sister-in-law also told Can about the noises she had just heard earlier. After hearing that Can turned into the nightlight and walked alone to the main door, he remembers that he locked the door very carefully before going to sleep. There was no way a thief broke the door without realizing it. He thought his wife had misheard, so he very leisurely opened the door to take a look outside. But as soon as he opened the door to look out, his face also began to change. His eyes widened and his mouth opened wide in surprise, as if he was afraid of something. He quickly closed the door and then crouched against the wall, his face bewildered. No more blood from panic. My sister-in-law was also extremely scared when she saw her husband like that. She also asked him about what was happening outside the door, but he still dared not to say a word. Perhaps he was in a state of panic at that time. It took a while for Khan to stammer a few words, not sure what was going on. Only he said that there was ghosts outside. Hearing that, my sister-in-law also broke out in a cold sweat. Gathering up her courage, she also approached to double-check if it was true what Khan said. At this time, the two people did not dare to open the main door anymore, but only slightly lifted the window curtain to look outside. His wife's face was the same as Khan's earlier. Her eyes widened in horror, because outside the courtyard right now, 3 ghosts were floating around. In the middle of the pitch-black night, the other 3 ghosts were white and had no legs, making everyone look scary. My brother and his wife could completely see their faces, including 1 young and 2 older people. Their skin and eyes were also white. At this time, the couple was so scared that they could only hug each other. That whole night, neither of them dared to sleep, nor did they dare to make any movement, only hugging each other and staying awake until morning. When they saw that the sun had risen, they dared to open the door and step outside to see if the ghosts had gone or not. Of course, with the sun, no ghost would dare to stay. At this time, Khan was angry, thinking that the broker had sold them a house with dead and haunted people. Khan immediately went straight to the brokerage company to deal with him. Khan thought he had been cheated, so the house price was so cheap. Inside the company, Khan met the broker who introduced him to the house that day. Too angry, Khan immediately rushed in and cursed violently. Seeing that the broker did not know anything, his face was also innocent. Khan was even angrier because he thought the broker was doing it on purpose. At this time, the broker still didn't know what was going on and made Khan angry, so he still tried to comfort him. However, Khan pushed his hand away and continued to talk about the haunted house. Khan also said that he saw a ghost in his yard last night, and said that the brokerage company knew about it but still deliberately kept it a secret. At this point, the broker was very surprised because he did not know about it, so he immediately called the old owner to ask. He also seemed very angry when he heard that phone call. It seemed that the old owner's side had lied in his matter. After hearing the old owner confessing everything and telling the truth, he also hung up the phone to apologize to Khan. This thing was due to the negligence of the company because it did not thoroughly research the house. After apologizing, he also explained about the problem of the house that Khan was facing, which was Feng Shui. The old owner of the house said that the Feng Shui of the house was not good, but had found a teacher to overcome it. So nothing would have happened unless Mr. Khan had moved a stone in front of the house. It was a popular amulet for houses with a bad position. The stone would keep the family away from bad luck and calamities. Khan saw the ghosts last night because he moved the stone, because when building the house, the old owner did not consider Feng Shui. They had built the house at the junction and had a road leading directly to the house, so how many souls cannot escape and how much bad luck would also go straight from that direction to the house. Knowing the truth, Khan quickly put the stone back in its place, and after that he did not see anything strange anymore. But after a while, he still felt uncomfortable here, so he sold the house. But unlike the previous owner, Khan did not hide the house. Because of the low price, finally a family bought it. As long as they didn't move the stone, nothing would happen.